Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and happy birthday if today is your birthday. We have a friend with us today, Oliver. He gets a little wild. We are pet sitting Ollie for our friends Kate and Alex right now. I vlogged a little bit of it, you guys will see it in a future video. But that is not why we are here today. Today we are here because I am sharing a week of dinners with you. So excited about this video. I know you guys love my what I eat in a day videos, so I thought that this would be sort of a fun switch up for something sort of similar, but a little different. We try some new recipes, we go out to eat, we order in, so I feel like it's a pretty good mix and a fairly good representation of what a week of dinners sort of looks like, Monday through Friday. Ollie, what are you doing? You don't need to scale the side of the couch. Sir. I hope you guys are excited for this video. If you're new here, please don't forget to click subscribe, make sure your notifications are turned on, and let's go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah. Let's kick this off with a grocery haul. Now this week's groceries were slightly different just because I am on my own for dinner a few nights this week. So I was really thinking about what I would want to eat rather than more of like our usuals. But there are definitely some usual stuff in here as well. I'm excited, let's get into it. I have to say my Instacart shopper this time was not quite the best. He just like was not down to look for things for me. If he didn't see it immediately, it seemed like there's some stuff that I was like 100% they have that because they always do. But who knows, obviously it's fine. I appreciate him going grocery shopping for me regardless. But let's see what we ended up with in here. So first up, I got a pack of these minute rice, brown rice microwave cups. These are just really good for lunch, single serving, just like you can throw them in and be able to throw together a lunch really easily. We also have a green bell pepper. We have a lemon here. We have some avocados. There should be 3 of them in here. I'm only seeing 1 right now, but hopefully. And then I did request a thing of lemon juice, and it looks like he brought me a ton of single serving lemon juices, which is not ideal, but that's okay. Oh, here's the rest of the avocados. We have some carrot here, as well as a red onion, some grape tomatoes, a yellow onion, because I use those for 2 different things, and then some green onion here as well. Next up, we have 2 English cucumbers and a thing of arugula. Not exactly what I ordered, but that's okay. Arugula is arugula. I actually have just been loving having arugula in the house for salads and also to throw into bowls. I just think that it's really versatile. It's really yummy. And a thing of butter. We ran out of butter last week and it was sort of a struggle. I didn't realize how many things I use butter for, but very happy to have my Earth Balance vegan butter back. Next up, I have some just ramen packets for when I want to use the ramen noodles for recipes. And then I also saw that they finally had the spicy Shin ramen back. Although this is not looking like the spicy one. Oh yeah, gourmet spicy. Okay, good. They have not had this in stock for so long, so I went ahead and just bought a family pack. That way I would just have them on hand for when I want to make ramen. I haven't been making a ton of ramen lately, but it's just something that I like to have in the pantry because it's quick and it's easy, so when I'm craving it, I can just throw it together really quickly. Next up, throwing it back a little, I went for some baked chips. I was obsessed with baked chips, you know, growing up, ever since they sort of like came out. And I don't know why, but I've really been craving them lately. So got some barbecue baked chips, very into it. Went ahead and got myself a box of rotini pasta. I want to make like a pasta salad this week and maybe something else, I don't know. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna make a pasta for dinner tonight that I was gonna use this for, so. There you go. We have 2 more packets of microwave brown rice. This is like bigger portions, so I use this for dinner when Connor and I both need it. Got a pack of the Mission tortilla wraps. Very excited about this. Got the Tazo chai concentrate. We're gonna be experimenting with this a little bit. Not so much in this video, but in other videos as we try to find a new morning drink. Restaurant style salsa. This is one that Connor likes. And then 2 cans of garbanzo beans. Feeling pretty good about this grocery shop here. I feel like it's a pretty good amount of stuff. And that is our grocery shop for the week. So I will see you guys at dinner time. It is finally dinner time. You know, I am so excited about it. I have been hungry for the past like hour and just like waiting for this moment to come. And I'm especially excited for tonight's dinner because we are making a pasta. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start by putting a pot on the stove, filling it up with the water and letting it come to a boil. I'm super excited for this recipe because I'm going to be making avocado pasta. I've never tried this before, so it's something new. We're gonna see how it goes, but it just sounds like such a yummy spring and summer pasta dish, so I'm pretty excited. Here's everything that you are going to need for the sauce. So you need some olive oil, Parmesan, garlic, a lemon, and avocado, of course. And then the recipe calls for basil, but my shopper could not find basil, so we're gonna try it with arugula and just see how it goes. Our water is boiling, and I'm using whole wheat rotini for this recipe. Gotta salt the water first, and now I'm going to drop some pasta. I don't think this is the kind of pasta that you really are going to want leftovers for, because I imagine the avocado would brown a little bit, so I'm just trying to cook a portion that I think will be good for me for tonight. And I'm just gonna set a timer for 8 minutes. Barely any chopping, which of course I love, and now we can get into making the sauce. So again, this sauce is just so super easy because you're literally just going to blend everything up or put it in a food processor, whichever you have. I just have a blender, so this is what I'm using. This is my Beast blender, by the way. Absolutely obsessed with this thing. It's so good. Really quickly, while my avocado is still in the shell, I'm just going to sort of like put a couple little cuts in there just to help it break down. Obviously, it's avocado in a blender, so it's going to get really nice and smooth, but just in case. Got my avocado in there. Next, I'm going to do a squeeze of lemon juice. I actually saw this trick the other day where you can squeeze your lemon over a tiny strainer and it will catch the seeds for you instead of you having to do it yourself. I think I'm gonna start with just a half a lemon and see. Next, Parmesan is going in the blender. Next up, I'm gonna put 2 cloves of garlic in there. We need some olive oil. She honestly didn't use much, so we're gonna see how that goes. And then arugula. Again, if you have basil, that's probably the right choice, but we're gonna see how this goes. And I think I'm gonna throw, we have some avocado on me. I'm gonna throw some red chili flakes in mine. We got it all in there, and now we blend. Should we try it? It looks really thick. I think I might need to thin it out with some more pasta water. Oh, there's the pasta. Everything is getting crazy. Okay, I do want to strain the pasta, but I'm gonna save some pasta water first, just in case I need it to like thin out this sauce that we're about to check out. Actually, I think it could use like 1 more minute. So we're gonna leave it for a sec. Oh, it tastes really good though. The arugula really comes through, but it's delicious. I think I'm just gonna thin it out just slightly, honestly. Just a little bit more pasta water. I'm literally just putting this directly into the bowl that I'm gonna eat it in, because you just mix the sauce in directly. You don't like heat it up or anything. Sorry it's looking like all messy and not cute, but this is real, this is me. So we are rolling with it. I'm going to start with just a little bit of butter on the pasta. I feel like I should brighten this up maybe a little too. Are you guys like a little dark over there? Let's brighten it, zoom her in a little. Ooh, I am very excited about this. I feel like it's gonna be really good. Okay, yum, this is looking so stinking good. I'm really super excited for this. Now I'm gonna do a sprinkle of red chili flakes on top. Of course, a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. More than a sprinkle, let's be honest. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I'm so excited to try this. Moment of truth, but I'm feeling very confident about this dish. Shall we try a bite? Yes. That's so good, and I feel like this would also be really good chilled. Like a sort of more of a pasta salad situation. I think that would be really yummy, but delicious like this as well. Wow. I mean, nailed it on our first try. I'm not even kidding. Tuesday night and it's dinner time. I am making another new recipe tonight, something that I've never made before. I think this will be our last new recipe of the week, but we'll have to see what comes up. But today I am making Kimchi Jjigae. I hope I'm saying that right. It is a Korean kimchi soup recipe. Can't even speak my own language correctly. Kimchi Jjigae. Kimchi Jjigae. Kimchi Jjigae. I practice saying that a lot of times, so anyway, I hope that I'm saying it right. Just noticing my dishes from last night are literally still out from drying. Anyway, this is an extremely simple recipe. I want to preface this by saying I don't know how authentic the version that I'm going to make is going to be. I'm going to do my best. But I'm not going to be following a recipe exactly, so it's not going to be totally authentic. It is a really simple and quick recipe, which I love because it's already 8 p.m. I just got distracted by so many things, so I'm like a half hour later than I wanted to be making dinner. But very happy that this one is super quick. Probably takes a half hour. So let me grab everything we need so I can show it to you. So this is everything that I'm going to be using for this recipe, which I know looks crazy because there's barely anything here, but it really is that simple. So obviously you're gonna need some kimchi. I'm using mine from the farmer's market. You need whatever tofu you like best. So I'm just gonna use this baked tofu. Any kind of tofu will work. This is just my favorite. Here's one of the things that I don't have is some sort of Korean chili spice. I don't have that, so I'm gonna use gochujang and probably some chili powder or something, depending on how this goes. By the way, I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, so you won't have to look at this anymore. Green onion, you're also going to need water. I also have seen recipes where people put mushrooms in there, spam, all sorts of stuff. So I feel like you can pretty much put whatever you want in there, and the base of the soup is literally just, oh, you know what I'm missing? Onion, white onion, yellow onion, whatever. I always get those two mixed up. Onion. But yeah, the base is literally onion, kimchi, and water. So if you can get those things together, the rest is sort of whatever you want to put in there. Oh, also, I think traditionally it's eaten with a side of rice where you like get a spoonful of rice and then dip it in the soup. I think I'm going to do ramen noodles in mine. Okay, I'm just gonna start with the prep work, which is going to be cutting up the onion and cutting up the tofu. And just like that prep work is done, I kept the onion really chunky because we're really gonna let that sort of like mush down in the soup. Mush, for lack of a better word, to soften. Our tofu and then our green onion, which we're going to add at the end. So that's it. Took me like 3 minutes to do, and now we can get started on the soup. Got our pot out here. I'm just going to turn on the heat and get a little bit of oil in there. I'm thinking maybe I'll use a little bit of sesame oil. Just a little bit of it in there. After adding the kimchi, I let it sit in there for maybe 3 minutes, sort of frying down a little bit, and now we're going to add water. I'm adding 2.5 cups. This really just depends on how brothy you like your soups. I actually might even add a little bit more because I love brothy soups. I just think broth is like the best part of a soup, personally. And now is where I've like seen different people do different things in different recipes. I'm gonna do a little bit of rice vinegar. I've seen people do fish oil, but I don't have that, so we're just gonna do, yeah, a little bit of that, as well as the gochujang. If you don't know, gochujang is a Korean chili sauce. I think I might be running pretty low on this actually, but we're just gonna use what we can of this. It is pretty spicy, so be careful, but I like spice, so. And just sort of mixing that in, and that's all I'm gonna add as far as spice goes for now. We have the kimchi in there already, which is gonna add some spice, the gochujang. I'm also using sriracha tofu, so it's already gonna be spicy. I don't want it to like kill me, you know? And I think now, do I want to add the tofu now? Yeah, let's add the tofu now as well. And I'm gonna let this come up to a boil, and then we're going to throw in our ramen noodles. Took that like maybe definitely less than 5 minutes to come up to a boil, which is great. And I used that time to clean up my workstation here a little bit. That way we don't need to worry about that. So I really was during that time going back and forth between the rice and the noodles. I don't know, is noodles gonna be too much in this? It's a pretty full soup, honestly. Maybe it is. Maybe I should go with, ooh, I'm wavering now, you guys, I'm not sure. That's really good. Okay, I think I'm changing my mind. I think I'm gonna go with rice. I'm gonna add a little bit of soy sauce into this pot for a little bit of that umami flavor. I feel like it's sort of missing that for me. I actually have leftover rice, so I'm literally just gonna heat that up, plate this, and we can eat. Holy hell, that's a lot of soup. I think I'll definitely have leftovers. Get our green onion on top there. Oh, I'm so excited to try this, you guys. I heated up my rice here, just a little bit of leftover white rice. I do have a bit of brown in the fridge as well, so if I need a little bit more, I can go back for that. But I can't wait to try this. I feel like I need to put my hair back. You know when you have those meals that you just need to put your hair back for? I just feel like this is one of them. It'll be a lot of slurping, so let's do it. I'm excited to try this. Oh, I made that spicy. Julienne, it tastes really good though. That's really yummy. Definitely a win, so delicious, and I will for sure have leftovers for lunch tomorrow, which is great as well. So on a Wednesday, I actually went out to dinner with some girlfriends for a girls' night. It was such a busy day that I just didn't have time to film an intro to that part of the video on that day, so here we are. But we went to a really cute little pizza spot on Abbot Kinney called Where the Wild Ones Are. Where the Wild Ones? Where are the Wild Ones? What is it called? Only the Wild Ones. There you go, Only the Wild Ones. So we went there for a little girls' night. We started off with some orange wine, which was pretty good. I'm not huge on the orange wine train yet myself. I just prefer a good old red, but that's just me. Then we ordered some appies. We started off with the soft pretzel, which was so good, and the mustard must have been homemade. It was like so flavorful, really, really delicious. Had like a really strong horseradish taste to it, which I was really into. Then what was truly the star of the show arrived, the burrata. Oh my gosh, we all lost our minds for this burrata. I'd never really had a burrata like this before. It was like smoother than normal burrata or something. I don't know, but it was delicious, and it came with little fig chips, which I love as well. And then we just ended off with a couple pizzas. We got an arrabbiata and a jackfruit pizza. Both were so good. But seriously, the star of the show was the burrata. Happy Thursday, friends, and tonight is sushi night. So excited for this. You guys have seen us make this a million times, so I'm not gonna spend like too much time going into a lot of detail on this, but I'm gonna show you again. It just wouldn't be right to not include this meal, because genuinely, this is just my favorite thing to eat.
Yeah.
I love it so much. I could eat it every day.
Yeah.
Every day. It is my current fixation meal.
I think
it's just
you
so
could
good.
easily eat it 3 times a week and not be phased, like sustainably for years.
Totally. For years. It's so good, and it just scratches that sushi itch, so yeah. I'm here for it.
That's what I have. Scratches that itch for cheap.
Exactly. So here are the main ingredients that we put into the sushi. We do crab, we do salmon, we just use lox, cucumber and avocado, and then of course rice, and we actually add kimchi in as well. And then for our side dish, we use the gyoza from Trader Joe's. This is actually all we have left. Usually we do 5 each, but luckily neither of us are super hungry today, so this is gonna work out fine. So I'm just going to start by chopping up all this stuff here. Dumplings are steaming in here, and these seriously take like less than 10 minutes to be done, which is so nice. So for the cucumber, I sort of cut 2 different spears that are about the length of our sushi rolls, and obviously 2, one for me and one for Connor. And then I just stand it up straight, cut straight down the middle, and then I cut down again on each side. And then super easy from here, you literally just cut them up so that you have nice little spears that you can throw into your sushi rolls.
I'm really like trying not to get in your way.
It's all good. So one of the reasons that Connor and I love this meal is because of how quick it is to make. It seriously takes like max 25 minutes. It's so good. We love it. Pretty much all of our prep work is done. The last thing we have to do, oh, look at that avocado. Beautiful. Yeah, so I think sort of the last thing we have to do is just make our rice. We literally just make like microwave rice because it's so much easier. We have our kimchi here. We're gonna put that in a little bowl.
Don't need no man.
Except one man.
And that's a con man.
Exactly. We have to cut up our sushi. This is one we use. Any sushi sheets will be totally fine. You could also use like the little pre-packaged smaller ones. We just buy this. I don't know why. It's just the way we've always done it. What we do is we make 8 little hand rolls each. So I get 4 pieces of the nori out and just cut it into quarters. And just use regular old scissors. Straight down the middle, and then I stack them. Straight down the middle this way. And then 1 stack is for me, and 1 stack is for Connor. Oh my God, that's hot. Yeah, that hurt. So here is the full spread, looking amazing. I like to keep my seaweed on a separate plate because when it gets wet, it gets weird. You just don't want wet seaweed. So I just keep it separate. Connor usually does too, but since we have less dumplings, there was like more room on the plate. Anyway, I'll show you really quickly how I sort of build one of my little hand rolls. Start with one of the little seaweed guys and some rice. And when I'm loading mine up, I sort of like to keep it on the front, like 2/3 of the seaweed, because as you're biting it, it's like when you're eating a burrito and the
content shifted.
Exactly, it keeps like moving down sort of. Same thing happens when you're eating this. So if I fill up the whole thing, then stuff is like falling out of the bottom. So I don't know, I'm just like a weirdo with my food. So these are the things that I think about and do. Next up, I actually do avocado because again, it's just like sort of slippery. So it's a little easier if you just put it more towards the base rather than on top. A little bit of salmon on there, some crab meat. We have so much crab meat, so a lot right now.
Loaded up.
Yeah. I do a couple pieces of cucumber, and that's pretty much, oh, the kimchi. I can't forget the kimchi. Kimchi in there. Little hand roll, dip it in some soy sauce. It's so good, you guys. If you like sushi, even like veggie sushi, if you're not into fish or anything, you can still make these just with like cucumber and avocado, kimchi in there. It's so, so good. It's so easy.
And quick.
So quick. I just love this meal. And now we're into Friday. I don't know if I lost some of this footage or if I just forgot that I was filming this video altogether, but I didn't really talk much during this clip, but I did get some footage of me unboxing our Jinya. It's what we decided to order that Friday. It was sort of gray out and we were just feeling the cozy vibes. So I ended up getting the spicy, creamy vegan ramen from Jinya, which is my absolute favorite. It was so good. It never disappoints. My only complaint, I guess, is that it doesn't come with enough broth. So I always need to order an extra portion of broth, but that's fine, easy solution. And that is what a week of eating looks like for me. As I said, I feel like this is pretty average. I don't always go out in the middle of the week, but when I do, it's usually one time and with some girlfriends or something, which is always really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. If you did, please don't forget to leave a comment down below to let me know. And if you'd like to see more of these, let me know because I would love to do more. I'm always looking for new ways to incorporate food and cooking into my channel, so I hope that you guys are into this one. And I'll leave you with that. So thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.